Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is CJ and I post makeup videos here on YouTube, which is what you are so kindly watching right now. I know I look incredibly crazy right now because I have all my eye done, like I have my upper lid done and I have my eyebrows done, but I have literally nothing else. And that's because today I'm going to be doing a foundation review, demo, wear test, stuff like that. And that is on this viral little beast, the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation in a powder. If you are not on TikTok, one, you're missing out. Two, you're not cool just because you're not on TikTok. TikTok is a fun time, okay? Get over yourself a little bit. You're missing out. And then, yeah, I don't know. Three, there's a lot of viral makeup that goes viral. There you go, on TikTok, and this is one of those. And this went viral about 3 months ago, but I have just now been able to get my hands on it, which is insane. Anytime I'd go to the grocery store, the drugstore, anything like that, I would check for it. They never had it. And then the other day, they finally did. They didn't have all the shades, so I do think I got a shade, like one shade too dark for me. I think I probably should have been one shade lighter. But I've used this a few times, I think like 3 or 4 times now. I do really like it. I was gonna do a first impression, but then I was like, well, I mean, I'd rather like get more hold of my opinion before coming on camera and using it, just because I can tell you a little bit more about how I've used it, the different ways I've utilized it, my opinions. And so that way I'm a little more informed coming on here. Let me know if you rather first impressions or more in-depth ones. Just, you know, what do you rather? I'll do what you like, but I don't know. I just felt like this would be a good little thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be trying it out, doing a wear test. I have the shade 120 Vanilla. So I have the L'Oreal Paris website pulled up on my phone here, and I'm just gonna kind of give you a brief rundown. First of all, it goes for $14.99, which is pretty pricey, but for a drugstore product. But for L'Oreal, that's pretty normal. L'Oreal is one of the more like prestige brands at the drugstore. There's only 16 shades, which I think is really stupid. L'Oreal is a huge brand. They can afford to come out with more than just 16 shades, especially because it is a full coverage foundation and not a light coverage foundation. Okay, with a light coverage foundation, you have like a little bit more leeway when it comes to the shade because it's not full coverage. But if you're doing like a full coverage foundation, you need one very incredibly close to your skin tone, if not your exact match. The fact that it's full coverage and there's only 16 shades is very disappointing, especially for L'Oreal, because I mean, they're a huge brand. They can afford it. We all know they can. Infallible up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation in a powder. It covers like a liquid and mattifies with no cakey look. This powder is more affordable and more long wearing than the leading prestige powder. It has a weightless texture, gives full coverage, and a natural matte finish that looks fresh hour after hour. The formula feels breathable and weightless, leaving skin feeling comfortable for up to 24 hours. Has a blurring effect, an all-day matte finish. This powder evens skin tone with no transfer. It's waterproof, heat-proof, and sweat-proof. This says available in 14 shades, but literally the infographic above it shows 16. There's like a few typos in this paragraph, no lie. So, okay, suitable for all skin types, even oily and acne-prone skin. It is non-comedogenic with no greasy feel and has been tested under dermatological control. Whew, okay, so obviously, I mean, it says even oily skin and acne prone skin. I feel like a powder foundation, especially a full coverage one, is more inclined for people with oily skin, because powder does tend to be obviously like more drying than a cream or liquid formula. So I mean, I think it's kind of already assumed that it would be better for people with oily skin. So there's that. I know I just watched Kathleen Light's video on it the other day. She has super dry skin and she loved it. So I think it should be even suitable for dry skin, but that's just me. I'm not a makeup brand. I don't know. So as I said, I have tried this quite a few times, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that putting any sort of like liquid on top is not cool. And if you're putting on a primer, let it dry. Oh my god, there was like a little bit of tackiness left in my, or not tackiness, but there was a little bit more like of a dampness left the other day when I tried it, and it got so cakey and like goopy. So make sure whatever primer you're using is completely dry. I'm going to do it without primer on one side and then with primer on the other side. And then also you got to use your concealer first because you can't put liquids on top of it. So the primer I'm going to be using on one side is the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. It is a liquid, so it doesn't need to dry down, but it is pore filling, but I think it gives more hydration than like the Benefit Professional or anything like that. I have a bunch of moisturizer and glowy products on already. The packaging on this thing sucks. Okay, so I'm going to put that on, just on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 10. And I'm not going to cover completely everything. Like, I do want to leave some of my, like, spots open, I guess, just so you can kind of see the coverage of the foundation. But obviously, I'm going to do my under eyes, and they're very dark. And I'm doing a very full coverage, or not, doing a very, like, full glam eye. So I am going to go in on the concealer. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm just going to go and zoom you in. We're going to do this side first so that this primer has plenty of time to dry down, and then, yeah. Okay, so as you can see, my skin is very red and irritated today. I do have these spots, so it'll be a really good chance to see the coverage of this thing. And I'm just going to be using the sponge that it comes with. Like, can you tell how immediate that is? Like, the smoothing, the coverage, it's so quick. It's insane. Like, okay, do you see my forehead? Like, it's so obvious where the foundation is and where it's not. It's insane here. I mean, it's insane. And I did kind of want to show you, like, the buildability of it. Yeah. So I'm just going to take this little Sigma brush, and I'm going to tap into it, and I'm going to tap it on that spot and kind of, I don't know if letting powder sit really does anything, because it can't really, like, solidify like you can do with liquid foundations. But I just want to see if that can cover. Yeah, like, it can cover a little bit better. I mean, I don't think that spot's gonna go, like, completely anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere with my normal foundation and concealer, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side. And I will show you too that you don't have to use the sponge that it comes with. I like it because I find it really, really easy, but I can also use this brush, and I'll just do the side of my nose with this brush. And you can see it does the same thing. There's really no difference. Okay, now I am not going to go on my under eyes with it. I think, I mean, some of the powder already got there, but I do like to have a little bit brighter of an under eye. So actually, okay, what I'll do is I'll put a little bit on my under eye of this, and then I'll go in with a little bit of a brightening powder or something on top of that. Okay, so I mean, you can see it does the under eyes perfectly fine. So that's the foundation, just like on first application. I think it looks absolutely incredible. I think the hype is so worth it. If I was doing this not on camera and it wasn't like a first tryout thing, I would put concealer on some of these spots just so they cover better. But other than that, I do absolutely, I love how this looks. I really, really do. So I'm going to go off camera, finish up my makeup like super, super fast, and then I'll do as much of a wear test as I can. It's already 11:30. And it's supposed to storm all day today, and so I really can't, I'm not gonna be going anywhere. I'm just gonna kind of be at my house, so I don't know how good of a wear test it's gonna be, but I'll wear it for a few hours, let you see kind of how it wears. And yeah, so I will be back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, that took a lot longer than I thought it would. It is 11:52 already. So the wear test is going to be very subpar because I do go to bed very early. My boyfriend wakes up at 4 a.m. every day for his job. So my dogs typically don't let me really go back to sleep after he leaves. So it won't be that good of a wear test, but I'm gonna at least wear it for a little bit. I might go stand outside for a while. It's raining, incredibly humid. I live in southern Louisiana. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I think I usually mention that. But the humidity here is, I mean, today it's probably like 100% because it's just like completely overcast. It's been raining for 4 days straight. So I might go stand out there for a little bit just to see if like the makeup holds up. But yeah, so I mean, this is it. I think it looks so good. I really like it. I know it's overhyped, and I know a lot of people have issue like trusting overhyped things, but I think it looks so incredible. I will zoom you in and you can just kind of, I mean, does that not look flawless? I mean, what the hell? And then like, so another reason I actually really like this product too is because it is a powder foundation. And so with those, yeah, you have to like kind of manipulate your routine a little bit. Like I did have to put on concealer before, but I do think it's a lot quicker because you don't have to do like a liquid foundation, then a concealer, then a powder. You know, you just do it. You know, it's just like a foundation and a powder in one, I guess, which I mean, it does get rid of one step. So I do think it's a lot quicker. I just think it looks so good. I really do. I was gonna put some setting spray on to make it look less powdery, but today I actually don't think I need to because I did have a couple of like glowy products on underneath. I don't see any difference on the side with a primer as opposed to this one. My pores look a little bit smaller on this side, so that could be the primer. But I mean, other than that, there was no difference to how it applied. Again, I will say I did try it with a primer the other day and I didn't let the primer fully dry, so you've got to do that because it will just completely ruin it. Don't put concealer on top of it. Use that, you know, I mean, if you have spots you really want to cover, use that. Use maybe a different powder that's a little, I mean, that's an incredibly pigmented powder, but just don't use, I wouldn't say use like a normal concealer on top of it. I tried it with the Maybelline Fit Me like a couple of days ago and it almost ruined it, so don't do that. Other than that, it's so smooth to the touch. Like my skin feels so soft. I know my pinky, my nail fell off. Okay, don't judge me. But anyway, like all the products on top of it went on so beautifully. I do really like this product. So what time is it again? I know it's 11:55, so I'm gonna wear it probably until like 5 or so and then just call it quits because I don't know, by the time it's 5 o'clock I'm cooking. I plan on having some wine later and I want to make sure that I actually do the wear test. So I'll probably just wear it until 5, but again, I will go stand outside. Maybe I'll like spritz my face with some water or something on camera once it's done because it does say it's waterproof. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll figure out how to do all that, but right now I'll do a 10 out of 10 rating. I will give it a 9 out of 10 right now. I think that's fair. So yeah, I will see you in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is officially 8:20, which is honestly later than I thought I would be doing this check-in, so I'm kind of proud of myself. So I've been wearing this for about like 8-9 hours, which is a pretty typical work day for most people, school day, whatever. So I think this is a pretty good wear test. I hope you think so too. But anyway, it still looks impeccable, honestly. There is some breakage on my, like the tip of my nose, and then there is a little bit of like separation and like bunching around the edges, which honestly, that's very typical for foundation for me, and with other foundations, it happens a lot sooner. So I'm not even a little bit mad at it. We ordered Mexican food for dinner because I got a job today, you guys. I start Monday. But anyway, so we celebrated by ordering in Mexican food, and yeah, that shit's greasy. And so now my nose has some breakage, but I'll zoom you in so you can get a better look at everything. So as you can see, the breakage on my nose, and there's like some separation and some bunching. But again, as I said, that's incredibly normal. But I do just want to point out like how great it still looks on my cheeks, like right here. I will say right here, I just noticed it's starting to look a little bit like greasy and patchy, and like it will separate probably within like the next hour or so, just like right in here. and maybe right in there as well. But other than that, I mean, I think it looks really, really good. I mean, I know this angle in my nose is probably ruining the entire thing, but just try to imagine that it's not there. So yeah, I mean, this cheek in particular I think looks really, really good. It still looks like I just put my makeup on. My blush may have like withered away a little bit, but you know, that's typical. So anyway, after the wear test and everything, I'm still pretty firm on my stance of 9 out of 10 stars. As I said, this is not my first day to wear this foundation. I have worn it the past 4 days, I believe, and it holds up perfectly well. It lasts really well. It's becoming a favorite because it does save me just a little bit of time, because I don't have to go in with like a liquid foundation and then powder my face. I can just do it like one at a time, like do it at the same time. So it is a little bit quicker, and 5 minutes is 5 minutes, and I'm sure to a lot of people out there 5 minutes is crucial. So there's that. I think it wears really, really well. I think it's very easy to apply. The only thing I would say is their shade range needs to be expanded insanely. I was editing the beginning portion of this video earlier, and I did put text in there, but I did forget to mention, like, okay, yeah, their shades are garbage, but then also if you see how few dark shades there are, it's honestly kind of despicable. There's literally 2 shades that could maybe possibly work for dark people, but not even dark people. Like, you know, it's not, it's like a little bit of a token shade throw in. So at least in my opinion, I could be wrong. I am, you know, obviously I'm super white, so don't take my word as gospel, obviously, but I will say, look at the shade range, look how many dark colors, and look how many white colors there are, and you let me know if I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but yeah, so I will say that. Again, my forehead looks incredibly greasy. I ate like shit today, I'm not gonna lie, and I did go and sit outside for a little while after the rain, so it was incredibly humid, so I did do that too. But yeah, I think it held up super, super well, and I am not complaining. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was at least a little bit helpful. I know this video came in super late. Everyone posted their videos like 3 or 4 months ago when this foundation initially came out. As I said, I could just not get my hands on it. I could not find it. I just couldn't, and that's that. And I finally got my hands on it, so better late than never, hopefully. But anyway, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you found it helpful. Again, let me know, do you prefer like a little bit more in depth of a like wear test, or do you prefer it just like first impressions wear test? Which do you like better? Let me know in the comments below. Have you tried this foundation? Did you like it? And yeah, throw that in the comments, and subscribe if you want to. That'd be really cool. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.